Ass. Let's continue.
Yeah, you're lying. The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already. What do you think he's going to tell us, Robert?
He's not going to, with me, I swear to God, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. You did?
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back.
It's going to be a snitch.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. It don't matter. If it's a snitch, I will die. This is not a joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that. Real time, a lot of people get blocked and killed for snitching.
But we're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really just listen. Your actions and the people you choose to hang with and all of this
I didn't shoot anyone.
is slowly killing me. I should just pause. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All the that you are doing or the people you hang with or just any of that. Like, I don't know if you know or not, but they threatening me with contempt of court because I don't come to none of your court stuff for all that you got going on. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting there about face telling me that you don't want to snitch because your wife is they gonna kill you in the house. It wasn't me. I don't know why they're trying to give me a license.
I didn't say that you killed anyone. Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. Like, what part of that is not clicking for you? If you know who killed these kids, then you need to tell them.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at long last, Rob shared his version of events.
Taj killed all three of them.
Okay? Tell me about it.
Were you there? The whole story? Were you there?
Let him talk. Tell me the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely suspected that the Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already acquainted due to previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle monitor and went on the run. The detectives would focus on this after they got more of the story from Chris, who picked up the story after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window. He knocks on the window. He said, "Come over, we go see the girl or something." Then we went out. And this girl and the boy picked us up. I don't know what. This girl and the boy described.
From Rob's statement, the police believed this had to be Michael and Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained where everyone was sitting in Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving. Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But they weren't alone.
Then somebody came in the car. I don't know his name. It was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's response, and the detectives likely had a horrible inkling as to why.
Yeah, I was at Rob. I was like, I thought we were going to see some crazy like we had. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving again.
Throughout his interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
We pick up Taj. As soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me. We knocking on. We knocking on. I was like, nah, but I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They picked him up and brought him to the station after they finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him. And he whispered in my ear, he was like, I'm gonna rob these tonight, bro.
I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob nigga? He's like, bro, so they look like they got a pound of weed, they got some money, bro. And if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic if I can't, like, if I tell Sosa, right, Rob sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random. Like, he just said he wanted to knock him off. I'm not thinking he's serious, though. Like, at the time, when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, like, right, he was laughing. Like, if I would have really thought he was finna kill, like, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called on him and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm. Over in Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob's, for now.
What triggered him as just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out.
It's something in between that you're not saying.
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think he said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we getting somewhere. Okay. So they was setting up the robbery, man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that
No.
something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know, like, all I heard was pounding. Like, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
Once again, Taj's version was a little different.
Before I shot at Sosa, boom, a Layla got shot by Rob, because that was that, and it was crazy.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
The police knew at least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo. He was in the grass by the side of the road, just blocks away from Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell. Can we come back out here and help?
We have to talk. We have to find this out. Our news to find this. This is to go find out who did this to him.
Find him when I kill him and kill him.
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating news, Chris continued with his upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and like,
Where'd he shoot him at?
like right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're...
I think it was like,
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
he turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot her at? And
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
where did he shoot Layla?
I think it was headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his 2 companions.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All contradictions temporarily aside, Chris added another disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. Did have any time to defend himself?
No, but Taj just upped it and shot him in the head.
At this point, police were still searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more important than ever to find
The
the
third
vehicle.
person.
Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of Camille. They hoped to find her alive, but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention. If that was the case, every passing moment decreased her chance of survival. For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausting state of limbo. The situation was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had been caught up in the shooting.
Hi there, I'm a local elections director, and we work hard to make sure